Holiday Road. Holiday Road. Ugh. Man, Christmas Vacation's such a great movie. I love that movie. I was worried I wasn't going to get to see it, but Freeform came in clutch, man. Freeform, I don't even know what channel that is. I think it's the former Family Channel or whatever. And they have the movies of Christmas, and I saw so many great movies. Watched my favorite, I haven't seen it in years, on HBO. They had the Muppets Christmas Carol. So good. Love the Muppets Christmas Carol, but I've had the Holiday Road. It's stuck in my head. Didn't watch A Christmas Story. I love Gene Shepard. There is a great podcast feed called The Brass Figliggy. I've started, Harry, by the way. We're a minute in.
Sink full of spangled nose hair.
Oh, that's not nose hair. That's beard hair. I trimmed my beard before I went to work. I got so itchy the first week of vacation that I had to trim the beard. So
I trimmed mine too.
Yeah, you're clean shaven, but no, it was starting to get bushy, and my boss gave me a look because he doesn't like facial hair, so I figured I'd trim it. But yeah, I trimmed it up. That's what's in the sink before I went to work today.
Should have just shaved the beard, shaved the head on top, and just came in bald.
What's your favorite Christmas movie? If I can assume your holiday preferences.
My favorite Christmas movie. If I'm honest, if I'm crudely honest, and it's gonna sound stupid, it must be like that's not a Christmas movie, and it is a Christmas movie.
If you say Die Hard, you're leaving.
Gundam Wing Endless Waltz.
I've never even heard of that.
It's a great movie. It's a great anime.
Like, say, anime's not a movie. Give me a real movie.
How dare you?
Give me a real movie.
I watch it every Christmas.
It's a Wonderful Life is a great selection. Give me a movie, not one of your little waifu movies.
What's wrong with Gundam Wing?
I have no idea what that. Nobody knows what that is, Harry.
Everyone knows what that is. You all know what it is.
Nobody knows.
That's why we're gonna have to have Wall Movie Night. Force you guys all to watch.
I'm not gonna watch your Asian cartoons.
Yes, you are.
Man, the Discord gets so mad when I say Asian cartoons. How could you disrespect our Asian cartoons like that? They're Japanese.
It's a 16-hour drive to New Hampshire. You're watching Gundam Wing.
Oh man.
The thing is, that's one of the
Boss Hog says Ernest Saves Christmas. Great choice. The Boss
Hog is my Christmas movie. I don't watch do I watch Die Hard? Yes, but I watch like all the Die Hard movies.
Right.
Like it's like I just watched the first one. No, I watched the second one, the third one, and the others.
The others. I watched The Christmas Prince on Netflix. It was silly. It's like Christmas time. You have all the Hallmark Channel movies, and they're all so bad, but they're good.
Yeah, they are kind of.
I like those. The Christmas Prince was very silly.
Because there's someone I enjoy, but there's not one line. But the one that I will watch every year is Gundam Wing Endless Waltz.
Man, I wish I could.
That's where I get the quote from, where history is much like endless waltz. The 3 beats of war, peace, and revolution will beat on forever.
Okay,
that's where I get that quote from.
Very Christmassy.
Yeah. Well, it's a Christmas movie. They save. They
save Christmas.
They save Christmas.
Listen, if I can like Frosty, you can like Gundam Kingdom.
Wing Endless Waltz. It's very simple.
Christy says The Christmas Inheritance. I did not see that. There was I don't know the name of it. You'd have to look up Danny Glover's IMDb, and it's probably the last thing that he did. But it was on HBO, and it was Danny Glover, and like I don't know if you watch black movies, Harry, but I do. Like you go on Netflix and you go to the black movie section, and it's like the same
black movie section on Netflix.
Yeah, like black family movies. And it's always like, there's 15 people in the house, and they're all getting together for like a holiday or whatever.
Yeah, that movie.
Right, and it's always got, like the black doctor from House, and it's got Eva, not Eva, what's her name? She's so pretty. Queen Latifah is usually in 50% of them.
Yeah.
Ice-T may make a cameo, but there's the sassy, crazy aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the conservative grandma, and then the kids are all just hip.
Mm-hmm.
I love those movies, and this is beautiful. Like the guy's wife died, and like it was the first Christmas, and he's thinking about selling the house, and I was just bawling like a baby the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very cute, very good movie. It was on HBO. It's probably not on there anymore, but yeah. What's your other than your waifu movie? I don't even know what a waifu is. You just keep saying it.
It's your waifu.
What is a waifu?
If you watch like an anime and you have a girl on there that you really like, that's your best girl.
Mm-hmm.
You really love her. That's your waifu.
Okay, like wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your wife, anime wife.
Okay. That's enough Asian nerd talk. So, Harry's so triggered right now. Favorite Christmas tradition?
My favorite Christmas tradition is on Christmas Eve, sit around the Christmas tree and pop popcorn and make popcorn tree rings.
What are tree rings? You string them together.
Yeah, and you make rings.
Yeah, okay, like garland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy, I know, but it's what I do.
Was this your first Christmas with Gunther?
Yes.
So what was that like?
It was a lot of fun. I hated when I had to leave the house and do anything with the other family. I really liked it when it was just, Gunther and Lacey and I were just there at the house. It was nice. And it was, and don't get me wrong, I did enjoy going to her, grandparent, Gunther's grandparents' house and, doing that thing. But it was like more of a, I'd rather just stay at home and hang out with Gunther because, like, it was kind of neat just being there at the house, taking photos and doing things with her.
Right.
It was really awesome to this is, and it was also cool because it was her, it's probably going to be one of her only Christmases that one's going to sleep the night before or fall or sleep in. Okay.
Yeah.
She slept until I think we had to wake her up at 9. It was awesome.
You will next year. Because at 2, they're not really. Yeah, it's 3, 4 when they really start.
It's like, it's Christmas. And
yeah, because my niece is 4 and my other niece is almost 2, and they slept till 9. So, yeah, like that's been the best part. I mean, having nieces. This was the. So my parents got divorced at 15. I'm gonna bring it down now.
Gonna bring it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring down my sad life. My parents got divorced when I was 15, and my favorite childhood memory, it was Christmas time, and the nuclear family was all there, just like you're saying, where it's just like cozy and the fire's going. You're not that cold. It's 67, 68 degrees in here. It's not that cold. It may be 69. It's
freezing in here.
It is not.
Thank you, Brian.
My feet are a little cold, but so anyways, my favorite childhood memory, it's Christmas time, the nuclear family's all in the room, all the lights are off except for the big fire and the Christmas tree, and we're watching, a Christmas movie, and it's sitting on my mom's lap, and she's just rubbing my hair, and I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old. It's just the best. And I still contend that, like, to this day, I'm chasing that feeling. Like, that to me is happiness. Like when you sit there and you think about what is happiness, that's probably happiness. Like you're 8 years old, you're perfectly secure, you're perfectly safe, you're not anxious for anything. It's Christmas time, you're getting a boatload of presents the next day. You're watching your favorite Christmas movies. Like that's happiness, man. Like, and I think I'm still chasing that, but that's. So my favorite Christmas traditions, probably, thanks for asking, Harry, like, it's the last few years, it's been, sitting there, the fire going, the Christmas lights on, watching a Christmas movie, being on break, just being content and warm and cozy, and just enjoying a nice evening of just relaxing and watching TV. It's cold outside, and you're full, and the dishes are done, and it's just nice, but... I read The Christmas Carol every year. Mm-hmm. It's probably my favorite book.
Christmas book or just book?
Book. Like I always say my favorite book is All Over But the Shouting by Rick Bragg because I've read it so many times and I just think Rick Bragg's an amazing writer. But in terms of how many times I've read a book, it's definitely A Christmas Carol. Like, I just love it. I probably...
So the Bible's number 3, I'm going to guess.
No, I mean, the Bible's a bunch of books. Like, if we're, the Bible's such a cheesy, easy answer. But I'd read the Bible all the time, and I do like it. But yeah, the Christmas Carol it's just such a great story, such a beautiful, like, so many adaptations are so poor, but you, like, when you really get down to it and you watch, like, you read it, it's so good. And you miss some stuff in a lot of the adaptations. Audible has Patrick Stewart doing A Christmas Carol, and I have that. I must have listened to that 10 times over the last month. Like, I just love it. It's so good.
When did you do it? When did you do your audio recording of Night Before Christmas and release it?
So I don't know. I thought, like, Glenn Beck did a series called reading his book, The Immoral Nicholas, and it was really cool. It's just like, I just don't know that I could do that. I don't think I have that kind of showmanship like that. But
got all year.
Yeah, like, reading is way harder than you think. So We Are Libertarians had an articles podcast at one point, and I was going to sit down and read all the articles, and I did. I must have read 15 articles, but I was too lazy to, like, edit them because I would mess up so much. It's just like, I'm so bad at this. Audiobook, I don't know how audiobook, like, you think, oh, it must be easy.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Not at all.
It's gotten easier, like, because a lot of people, with the internet and a lot of audio production equipment has gotten cheaper because of podcasting, that you don't have to go to a studio, because before, like, voice actors, like, as close as we are, that's how most voice actor studios are. It's like a thin piece of glass right here, and it's do your lines, you have 15 minutes, you do the script good, do not mess up, and then you need to be flamboyant and act, and you're like super close to somebody,
right?
So like what but now it's like, you can kind of be in your closet at your house and kind of do it, but it's still freaking work. It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It's hard to talk. Like, we're on our second 2 hours and 30 minutes of talking. In these Tuesday shows, I do the bulk of talking. I'm fucking burnt out by I'm done. And here it's Harry's reprieve from the house. So he's like, he wants to talk, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's my night out. So it's like, I want to keep this go. We'll go to midnight.
You must have been so excited to come tonight.
Yes.
You were bouncing off the walls. Yes. You're like, do you want to get lunch or something? I'm like, yeah, if I got time.
Yeah, you want to go out the house? We go out? Yeah, I was trying to convince you to go to Mama's and burn you on some Korean food.
I totally would. Totally will. I ended up having a busy week because my dad, most people don't know that I have a very manly background. I have a secret past life as a man.
A man.
Right. I am a man, but, like, as a man.
Man.
My dad owns a construction cleanup company, and I must have worked for him from 17 to when I got the Bob and Tom job at 32. And then I worked at a lawn and garden center.
Stack Pickle.
Never worked at Stack Pickle. Worked at a hardware store. But, like, I spent 12 years cleaning construction site toilets. You want to talk about hard work? Go in and clean toilets after 15 construction workers have pounded that bowl for about 3 months. So I've seen some things no man should see, Harry. So he wanted some help, so I ended up working 2 days this past week where, like, I'm putting on the Carhartts and the boots and going out there with a hard hat.
So is the cleaning thing just PTSD? That you just feel like you can't get clean enough?
Yeah. My place is dirty, though. I haven't.
It's like,
yeah. I never cleaned when I did that because it's like if you're a teacher, you don't want to come home and teach. If you're a landscaper, your yard looks like crap. If you're a nurse, you don't want to take care of your body. Have you ever met a nurse that doesn't smoke?
I think one.
Right. Like as a janitor, I never wanted to clean. But yeah, it's tough, man. Like when I got the job at the radio station in 2007, a full-time job there, I busted my ass. I went above and beyond because, like, I had dropped out of college at that point, and I had gotten laid off from my other jobs, working for my dad part-time. I was living in my mom's basement. I was a loser, man. And so when I got the opportunity at the radio station, I busted my ass, because if I didn't, it was a future of, like, on your hands and knees, on concrete, in an un-air-conditioned warehouse, scraping paint off of concrete to ready a floor. You're sweating like crazy. That was one of the last jobs I did for my dad, and I was just like, I cannot do this. I'm not built for this. I'm not built for. I don't know how my dad does it at 60. But
Move it, Pablo.
Yeah. No, my dad's not Mexican. He's German. That's partly why he's German. Mm-hmm. So, Harry, I'm talking most of the time. It's your turn. What do you want to talk about?
Here on the, let's see. The other thing I used to do for Christmas is I used to have this huge tradition going back for like the last 10 years. We used to get together and do LAN parties, because one of the few times a lot of my gaming buddies.
Live action?
No. Local area network party.
Oh, okay. So everybody's playing the same game in the same room?
Correct. We'd bring our game systems and stuff together.
Gotcha.
We actually stopped in the last like 2 years because a lot of us all started to have kids.
Right.
I'm not the last one in the gaming group. There's like one more of us that still hasn't had a kid yet.
Hopefully he'll lose his virginity soon.
Hopefully. We, we've got bets win. Let's see. You weren't always reading the chat. Christy goes, yes. Before he was a lesbian, he was a man, and now he's back to being a man again.
I have a very luscious beard. Yeah. Oh, it looks good. So yeah. So what else do you do?
Let's see. I like to drink while my wife put up the Christmas tree. That's always fun. Hey, I did all the work of bringing it up from the basement.
Right.
So I'm going to sit down and drink whiskey.
Right. Do you call her sugar tits to go along with your 60s ideal picture? Don Draper over here.
No.
Dominic Draper.
No, considering like she usually goes out to work and then comes home with me cooking dinner and slaps my ass when
nice.
When she comes home, it's like, yeah, we're not bacon. But it's just how we are, just how we work, just how we roll. Mm-hmm. Just like as you guys know, as you can see that I am actively freezing when it's cold and snowy out there. Lacey actually pumps my gas for me so I can sit in the car and stay in the heat. Awesome. You should see the looks we get from people like, I can't believe it. I'm sitting there like, I can't believe you guys are out there. It's cold. Turn this heated seat on higher. Woo. Sorry, yeah, but I'm just ready to see Spangle on. Ooh,
yeah, I'm going to see Christy Avery on Saturday. We're going to do an episode of Miranda's World with Miranda.
Ooh, yeah.
The Miranda's World podcast. She just started a Facebook page.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw her.
She's already starting drama with it.
Yep, I saw her. I'm trying to get her more active into the Discord. It's where she belongs with this crap posters.
See, Miranda pops in and out on things. She's
she has mod ability in the Discord, so she'll pop in and pop out and do things. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I tried to delete one of the channels today, and I don't have that power. I probably should have that power.
I decided I was talking it over with Lieutenant Commander James Neese, hashtag Neese for chair.
Right.
And we discussed that it was more beneficial that you did not have administrative powers again in the Discord channel.
Okay, well, then I'm going to delete it all because I'm in charge. I don't like that one channel with the N-word. I don't think that's nice, and I don't think that's a good representation of us. So let's delete that one if we could.
I want
to delete that one, and I want to...
that one.
That James created that has the N-word in it. Yeah, so I was trying to get rid of that whole situation there.
I see that.
Just because I don't like that word. This is a new era in WoW.
Okay.
I also was going to create another channel or another channel just for me. Spangle's Dear Leader's Quarters, maybe? Dear Leader's Quarters.
Do you want to you want me to set it up so I give you some people private access to that?
No, anybody can be in there.
Because I can set it up that so the people's Patreon ability can get into certain channels of the Discord. So only Emperor Circle can get inside there.
Nah. because they're not really Discord people other than Christy. It'd just be me and Christy talking the whole time. Go ahead and set that up so everybody can get in there.
Okay.
But I need tyrannical rule of that channel if I can.
Yeah.
To ban people.
Yeah. I just, we just discussed that it's possibly not a good idea to give Spangle admin access
of a We're Libertarians product.
Yes, just a Discord, just because.
See, this is, ladies and gentlemen, why
it's not a coup.
It is a coup. It's a Discord coup, and you're conspiring with Nice, who is the Jar Jar Binks of We're Libertarians.
I was drinking. He made good points.
I'm thinking about starting a Slack, and I'm not going to give you any administrator powers.
Well, Slack's terrible. Discord's far superior to Slack.
I agree, because we just started using Slack at work today because of AIM went out of business. AOL Instant Messenger.
No, tell me that's what you guys...
Tom doesn't like change, so we'd been using AIM and so we started using Slack. And
that worked out. I would have hanged myself.
I mean, it's literally. But you know what is it's super hard to find just a messenger client like that. Like if you just want like the way that AOL Instant Messenger worked. Here's why I say that. Okay, an instant messenger product that old baby boomers can use. Like instant messenger was super easy. Like even Yahoo Messenger today was they made it all complicated. It's like
messed up Yahoo Messenger.
Yeah, so we're
Google screwed up Yahoo.
Yeah, like Gtalk doesn't exist. You got to be inside this whole environment.
Yeah, and
I just want the chat window. He wants the chat window, right?
Yeah. Why don't you show him Discord? Not this Discord. Don't show him.
No. We're trust me. It took. We have a dozen baby boomers that we just taught Slack to. We're not moving.
I think the moment that you would show him that you can also take control of his screen through Discord.
No, he wouldn't like that.
Or just be able to screen share. So if you just wanted him to show me how you're doing that. Here, let me share my screen to you.
Yeah, no, but Slack was super confusing on the account side of it. Like trying to get my emails and accounts and all that to match the channel. It was just super complicated. Discord is much more intuitive.
Yes.
So
well, it's just because it's mostly set up for like quick gamers who wanted something to shoot up. They sit there and basically just work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
go ahead.
I was just gonna show I did what did you from what you did listen to that episode I did on Twitch? Did you see did you listen to the one where we were talking about the UFO?
I don't think I got that far. Yeah, the UFO thing is really scary.
Yeah, which is nuts. Because the other it's only nuts because it was in the freaking New York Times.
Yeah, so all right. So I don't know if you saw on break and there's a ton of remarkable stuff that we I didn't want to talk about Russia again. I don't care. We're done talking about Russia. That's enough. It's clearly nothing. Let's move on. The Iran, I'm still getting my arms around the Iran stuff and to see if that's going to go anywhere. There just wasn't anything that was really grabbing me late last week over the weekend. So I just wanted to start the fresh new year with the 10 Principles podcast for all the newbies. But the UFO thing would have definitely been on the docket because I have never believed in aliens. Okay, I've never I'm just until I see it, I'm not going to believe it. I'm an experiential learner. It took a lot for Jesus to get me to believe he was real, okay? Those who have faith like little children will be rewarded. I'm not one of those people. I'm not getting those rewards, all right?
I was actively working your life here.
I was a 2-year project for him. Because I was an atheist until 18, right? So I've never bought into the aliens thing. The UFO stuff could be whatever. But then I saw the pilot. The Defense Department shuts down this program that Harry Reid, was operating because he wanted money for Nevada. And they have this pilot who in 2002, 2004 sees this UFO and they have footage. Yeah, footage from the plane. Mm-hmm. And he's describing it, and he's super credible. He's clearly doesn't seem nuts. The video is clear.
Yeah, clear-ish.
Clear for that era and
Yes,
on a plane going 500 miles an hour.
Yeah. Not 4K.
Right, not 4K, but clear. And it freaked me the hell out. Because if aliens are real, it's my fear, right? Like, I used to, like, get this sensation that aliens were looking through the window at me, and it would scare me to death, and I'd run up to my room and hide under the covers because aliens were watching us.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm starting to buy it because, like, all right, you know, if you think of an alien, what do you think of? You think of kind of an oval-shaped head with the oval-shaped eyes, kind of green with black. Like, that is...
I'm thinking green, mini skirt, thigh-high boots.
Right. Like, so, like, that's that picture of an alien, that's like, it's not just culture, that's like the human-animal warning each other. It's like, you can have a coyote born in your house, and then you put it out there, and it's scared of certain things because it's just instinctual behavior.
Yeah.
Like, that's what the image of the alien, I think, is. So, I don't know. I think maybe the Xenu thing is right, and the Scientologist might have a point. But it's really freaked me out. And I think the Defense Department knows a lot of stuff. As the guy in that Glenn Beck interview said, he's like, oh, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like, there's inconvertible, like, the proof is there beyond a reasonable doubt that we are not alone in the universe. And when you have seen what I have seen over a 20-year career being over the UFO department, it's real, right? So I think they're trying to give us the heads up. The government has known all along, and now they're leaking stuff to kind of slow drip it. And maybe there's a reason everybody says we've got to get to Mars by 2025. Like, they're coming by 2025, and Elon Musk knows and has made contact with them. And he's moving to Mars and leaving us little idiots behind.
Yeah. What I've been doing with that whole, every time like those like UFO articles and stuff like that, I like to take the names and different things that are come off in those articles.
All right.
I like to go over to WikiLeaks and go through like the DNC email or the Hillary Clinton email database,
right,
and just start posting names and just see if I can find links, weird links to these things.
It's a hobby.
Yeah. It's I haven't found like anything like, ooh, this reportable. Most was just like, okay, they knew each other.
Like Jake Tapper.
Yeah, it's like, oh, these people knew each other, but it's like, ah, crap. I was really hoping like there's something hidden in that database. You know, it's something I've been doing to a lot of different stories that have to do with anything that's dealing with the Democratic Party or anything. Is head over to WikiLeaks, type in a name in, like, see if anything comes back. Or they talk about a project, type it in, see if anything comes back.
I feel like you're the type of guy that really was into aliens. You really believe in it, and
I was really into conspiracy theories for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, I was really into it.
Like 9/11 truther type stuff?
9/11 truther, very unhealthy Alex Joneser, yeah, that type of, yeah. And it was really listening to a lot of Free Talk Live, listening to Ian Freeman and Mark Edge talk about how conspiracy theories can sometimes be unhealthy, and that a lot of it people come from, it comes from that it's not that people who listen to conspiracy theories are dumb. It's just they know that something's wrong with something, and they need it to make sense. They're trying to make sense of it. Yeah. So it's easy to believe that there's a huge, government conspiracy on things instead of just that, no, the government is just incompetent. Let me show you the government is competent.
The human brain does not like cognitive dissonance. Yeah. It likes to make sense of things, and so if it can't comprehend certain things, it will create conspiracy theories.
Yeah, like the whole conspiracy theory, like there's immortals living around us, there's vampires, there's things that go bump in the night. Right. Because even, some parts of the Bible even talk about some of that stuff.
Well, like they think that the reason children, they being, child psychologists that I've read, they think that the reason children, the evolutionary biologists, think that the reason kids play monsters is because they're exercising that part of them, that learned behavior that is afraid of predators, right? So like we were top of the food chain now, but at one point in our history, we weren't. You still had tigers, lions, bears, things that you'll stumble upon and they'll kill you and eat you. And so they, parents would tell their kids, there's monsters out in the field and blah, blah, blah. And so that's just a holdover from those generations.
Yeah. Because it's a very recent thing that we're like, oh, we've always no, it's really the automatic gun.
Right.
That has really happened. It's like, we had guns, so what? You got one shot with a musket.
Right.
And it's like, what's bow and arrow? Yeah. Try to twang one while a wolf is coming at you.
Right. Right.
Let's see how close that wolf gets to you.
Yeah, you have a giant 500-pound grizzly bear coming at you, and you have a pistol.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. You still got a pistol. Yeah,
you got a pistol.
You're poop. You're going to be poop. So,
yeah.
You should use that on yourself.
Right. So, I don't know a lot about guns, but I know enough that I want a shotgun when a bear's coming at me.
I don't. Depending on the shotgun, that shotgun will do nothing.
What kind of New Year's resolution? Are you a New Year's resolutions type of person? I
am a New Year's resolution. I've successfully completed the last 5 that I've done. So it was do yoga, learn Linux better. I would pick up different things like that and try to do it. For this year, I planned on trying to go down in weight and stay and keep down.
Right. And
I am also going to try to go out at least once a month. That is my plan. Other than doing wall, wall won't count. I did that because my wife, she's like, you don't leave the house much anymore. You need to get out. You're here with because she'll go out to the bar, hang out with her friends, and do stuff like that.
It's tough when you get older. And I don't my mom is nearly 60 and. My mom's a homebody and doesn't really have a ton of friends and enjoys being alone. And, I'm alone a lot, but I'm never lonely anymore. And so she's just sort of isolated a little bit. And I've noticed that as I've gotten into my 30s, and especially as I've gotten more secure in myself and more self-esteem, I'm much less social. And I think it's just everybody's 30, everybody's got jobs, everybody's got kids, everybody's tired. And so people don't get together as much. And we say all the time in our various chats, remember when we were friends and we would see each other? Especially Jeff Vibert, Caitlin Kopetsky, Aaron, Tad, myself, Greg. We'd get together once a month and have a freaking rager, right? But we never see each other anymore.
Yep.
Because Jeff got a different job, their podcast shut down, so you just kind of
Jeff Vibert podcast shut down.
Jeff Vibert yeah. So things get crazy. So it's I get that because if you don't make an effort, are you the I'm the type of person where I had plans New Year's Eve with a new group of people.
Okay,
and I didn't want to go. And I thought about canceling 100 times, and it was a game time decision, but I ended up going and having a great time, but I dreaded it for an entire week because I was like, I don't want to go, I don't want to leave my house, but then when I do, I love it. Are you that type of person, or are you just...
Yeah, well, it's more of... I used to be very good about going out and want to do different things. It's more of with the addition of Gunther, I just want to spend time with her. It's fun. I can sit at home. She can sit there, scream at me, and I just kind of want to be there.
Yeah.
And then Gunther's having a huge issue with going to sleep while I'm not at home, which I'm fine kind of doing that once a week with Lacey, but all the time it kind of wears on me. Because even though I'm looking at the clock right now, Gunther's probably screaming a little head off right now, wondering where the heck I'm at.
She needs to get it together.
Yes. She does. She does a good job of sleeping for 8 hours, but she wants to see me before she goes to bed.
Aww.
I think one of the last Tuesdays I came up, she was up, basically one eye open, sleeping, and then I walked in. She was sitting in the in her bassinet in the kitchen because Leslie kept walking the bassinet around through the house, and she just had this one eye open. I come in, I turn the alarm off, and I see her. I just touch her, and she just passes right out.
Oh,
she's right out. I'm she's just waiting on me to say.
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's and and I'm dealing with that emotion makes me stay at the house. But but I do dread, like when I went out last Saturday night, I dreaded it up to the moment. I kept making excuses. I'm not going to go out. It's 4 degrees. I'm not going to go out. Da, 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 da. And then that night when I went out, everyone I was supposed to go out with bailed on me. Bailed on me. So I ended up like say screw it and just went out dancing by myself. Yeah, it was freaking awesome. I was sitting there. It was the cheapest I've ever been to a nightclub because I just had to buy my own freaking drinks and I was just like, hey, we're buying shots for everybody. Just got my 2 beers and I sat in the middle of a dance floor dancing with myself. It was freaking phenomenal.
Yeah. No, like my house is my favorite place. This is where all my best stuff is.
Yeah, it's my stuff. This is where I keep my stuff.
This is all my fun stuff is here. My cats are here.
Reference.
I got my Hulu. I got my fireplace. I've got my books. I've got my podcast equipment if I want to play with that. My blue aprons in the fridge. Mm-hmm. Like, this is where all the best stuff is. Why would I want to go anywhere else and look at somebody else's stuff? So that's my resolution. Just trying to get out at least once a month, do something that's not, that doesn't have babies in it. That's my thing. That's my thing I'm going to try to do. Or, all wall related. Right.
So, that won't count. Do you do resolutions?
Oh, yeah. I never did, but I think last year was really kind of the first year that I did. And my resolution last year was I'm going to do one good thing for myself a day. And I'm going to go to bed every day having given my all to that day. Mm-hmm. And then kind of start with a blank slate the next day. So to explain that, there's just general areas of your life. Michael Hyatt, who's one of the best marketers ever, just randomly on my doorstep the other day, I opened up my door, the UPS guy's there, and he gave me a signed copy of his new book called Your Best Year Ever. Mm-hmm. And he has a few more areas in life, but your physical, your mental, your spiritual, your friend circle, your family. You've got all these core pieces of your identity, and you want to nurture each one of those different areas. And so I said, okay, I need to take better care of myself. I've always tried to do all of them at once. And last year I said, okay, I'm going to be forgiving of myself if I don't do everything that day that I want to do, but I at least have to do one thing. So I have to go to the gym, or I have to eat right that day, or I have to read my Bible, or I have to go to church, or I have to have a meaningful conversation with a friend, or I have to, go relax and do something, something that is beneficial to my mental, emotional, spiritual, physical life that isn't work, because I'm so work-focused. I'm such a workaholic. And so I did that, and it ended up being the best year I've ever had. This is the best year of my life last year. It was great. And it's because I really put myself and my needs first, because I was eating better. Because once you do one, then all those little habits, like let's say you just go to the gym one time a week to begin with, eventually you get into it and you go 4 times a week, because you're having so much fun with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I've kind of fallen out of that, and so I'm back at square one. So this year, it's do 2 things. Okay? So I got to do 2 things today. All right? So, one of them was getting my to-do list, getting all my projects neatly organized in my notebook so I feel prepared for work. Okay? Number 2 is still to be determined. I'm going to take an hour to read, or I'm going to read my Bible, or because I didn't eat right. I didn't go to the gym today.
I think you should probably leave the regular gym, and you should probably do a martial art. I think that'd be more your style, like a rolling one, like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I think that'd be more you. Yeah,
I feel very self-conscious of that kind of stuff. I feel very in control in the gym.
You will.
And I feel very comfortable there now. You know what I mean?
You will get confidence in BJJ. Very, very quickly.
Oh, BJs give you confidence. I mean, you said BJJ. Okay.
BJJ. Yeah. With the first time you get your submission, you get your first submission in, or you just learn how to, so you don't feel like an armless child on the ground.
Right.
Once you start feeling that you eventually is like, wait a minute, I know what he's trying to do, and you will get it, and eventually it'll just start clicking, and then And then you'll hit that point where everyone who does BJJ, they'll hit this point where they just want to roll with everybody. Hey, come here, come on, let's roll real quick, man. We come over here, all the couches will be gone. Let's roll real quick. For the show, real quick. I can show you this move I learned last week. I'm like, no.
Yeah, so it's just about taking good care of your health, your mental and physical and emotional life, like, you know, if it's journaling or whatever, because you really, like, self-care is really important. It's the most important thing, and self-care is very essential things.
And aftercare.
Yeah, like, self-care comes down to very basic things. Eat a good diet. Mm-hmm. Rule of thumb is, has it been alive in the last 30 days? Limit the amount of stuff that hasn't been alive in the last 30 days. All right?
You're kicking out a lot of awesome meats. From a certain country region. Sounds racist.
Smoked meat's fine. Meat's fine. But, you know, like, I'm talking about, like, if you're eating spaghetti every night for dinner, you're going to be bloated because you're just eating too many carbs. Like,
I just wanted to make sure, you know, my pastrami, my prosciutto, all my
moderation is what I'm saying. If you're eating prosciutto every day, if you're eating mozzarella and gabagook every day, you're gonna get chubby. What's chubby? Chubby's a state of mind, right?
Yeah. And the other thing with BJJ, if you forget to go to the gym, you just ticked off a lot of people who know how to grapple. And, they'll come get you.
Yeah. So no, like, rule of thumb, hasn't been alive in the last 30 days. That limits candy and Coke and sugar. I drink a ton of water. I drink like a gallon and a half of water a day. Get enough sunlight, get that vitamin D, take your vitamins, take care of your spiritual life, make sure that you're going to therapy. It's very common to get enough sleep. That's the biggest one. Like, I'm a baby if I don't get enough sleep. So it's just about, like, very common sense stuff, and you've got to tend to that stuff, because if you don't, your life just spirals out of control, and then you're reacting to life instead of being in control of life. And you just can't be successful if you're in a reactionary position or a victim stance position either. So it's just important for me to kind of stay on top of that stuff and make sure that I'm managing that stuff. And that's like the number one thing. I want to, like, I at certain points last year exercised well but didn't eat well, or I ate well but didn't exercise right. So this year I want to get that balance. Want to really be more diligent about my faith in prayer and reading scripture. I think that's important. And I've not been good about that at all ever. And this is a big one. This is probably the newest one, new to this year. Less time on the phone and the gadgets, and more time in a book.
Okay.
Right? Less time watching TV, less time playing on chats or games on the phone, or social media or whatever. And more time reading, because I really want to, like, by the end of the year, have the phone in a jar by the door, and that's it's like the thing I did with the bathroom on the weekends a couple times. You go to the bathroom 2 to 4 hours every 2 to 4 hours, check it then, and leave it in there. You will not believe how much you get done, how much you read. How much, like, it's because you just don't need to have it in your hand playing on Instagram all day.
Yeah. I'm hoping by the end of the year I go to a flip phone. LG finally made a flip phone that I kind of wanted.
Right.
It's a flip phone that actually it turns into a 4G hotspot. I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, LG, finally. Yeah, this is what everyone wanted. It was like, no, I just want a regular phone, but if I need data, I can hit it down and just use my laptop or a tablet.
Yeah, I just feel like to do these two shows a week takes a lot of discipline. Mm-hmm. It takes a lot of studying. It takes a lot of reading. It takes a lot of listening to podcasts and watching videos and being on point, and having time to step back and reflect, so you can think about these things in a way that is novel, in a way that is going to make people think.
Yeah.
And so to do it right, it takes a lot of concentration and discipline. And I cannot do that if I'm texting and chatting and playing games and fucking around on my phone for 3 hours a night. Let's all not pretend that we don't do that, because it's a little serotonin machine.
Mobile gamer.
It's, adventure capitalist is fun.
I hate that game broke the chat.
It did. James Neese went into the wall chat, our private messaging group, and basically just started playing these games and challenging people to games, and it broke the chat. Like, we don't even chat in there anymore. It killed it.
Yeah. I'm so glad we have the Discord, because it's like that's all it was. It's just how to have a conversation, and someone just posts, "Boom, I got this number." I'm like, "Oh crap!"
I know, and I still do it just because it's funny.
Yeah, it's fun, so it's okay. But that's why also the good thing about Trello is like it cuts out the distraction.
Yeah,
it's just like, no, this is what you're working on, and then you're just like, well, I want to go check out Facebook. I can't. I've got 10 more cards I've got to go through of content to read through.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's just like anything else. If I want to be successful at this and I want to be a full-time political commentator, then there's a certain amount of things that I have to sacrifice elsewhere in my life to achieve that goal.
Correct, yeah.
And if I don't do it, then I'm not going to achieve the goal. Or it's going to take me way longer. Or I'm just going to be generic and, like, I could easily be like, I could be a conservative commentator and just lie and make crap up and be divisive and like right. I have the skills, but I have the skills to lie about politics.
So 2019, the new brand, we are pandering.
Right. I just your soul matters. Yeah. So, all right. Final thoughts for the bonus episode, Harry.
Let's see. I don't care what Spangle says. Gun Wing Owens Waltz is a fine Christmas show. I posted the trailer to the show in the chat feed for this live feed. Go ahead, check it out. You tell me whether you think it's Christmas anime or not. To me, it is. So no.
All right, very mature.
Yeah, super mature. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm done.
All right, kids. Thanks for joining us on this bonus episode, and we will see you Friday.
I should tell everyone the LG brand, because that's the thing I'm going to get is like, what LG does a hotspot? It's called the XG Exalt. I saw it the other day. Well, like, I only got it because I was at Verizon bitching, and I was like, I want this, and they're like, this is coming out in 2018. I was like, oh my god, I need this. And it's like, and it's out now, and I'm like, oh man, I wonder what the price is for this stupid phone. Because it's like, it's what I wanted. I just want a basic, regular phone that turns into a hotspot. Let's see, LG. Okay. Yeah, it's the LG Exalt LTE.